It all ends here. This is our last stop on the tour through every goalie mask worn this season, and we've saved the best for last. I know I've made some head-scratching decisions before, and for some I may again, but this is some absolutely solid artwork we're about to get into as we count down to the ultimate masterpiece. Let's start by taking our journey to SoCal, where we find Johnny Maverick, the guitar maker himself, with a finely designed matte mask at number 50. Love the little duck design on the side. I love the way that Anaheim is up in an arrow formation. You know, maybe even a flying V formation. I wonder if that's what he was going for. I'm not sure, but that's very interesting. I love the numbers at the bottom. Just an absolutely fine mask. Love how it says Maverick at the bottom as well. I believe that is a nickname that John Gibson has, and so I just think this is all around really well done, really well designed. Love it. Number 49, we have Anthony Stolar's Golden Egg Mask. Can I just call it that because it's very shiny? It uses the duck D in a way where you can't actually really see it that well, but it is there, and so I really like that aspect of it as well. And yeah, you got the shadowy figure, Wild Wing, kind of peering out through the darkness. All good here. 48, Thatcher Demko's Johnny Deathboy mask. And I've talked before about how I'm not a big fan of kind of the skeleton version of Johnny Canuck, but that's more the cartoon skeleton version. This one actually looks pretty cool, pretty freaky in some ways, and with the backdrop of the mountains and even the way they placed the millionaire style V on the side, it's pretty good. I love the skyline around the chin, and I love the logo, the stick and rink logo. I think that's a pretty nice touch as well. And so yeah, this is my favorite from Thatcher Demko. 47, I have the Darcy Kemper mask that I was talking about before. We saw this in the version of Hockey Fights Cancer, but this version to me I love a lot more. I love how big and prominent the Screaming Eagle is. I'm a big fan of that logo in general. I know I've been talking down about having the word mark or the logo coming down the side of the face, but here it doesn't bother me so much. I think it's mostly the fact that the eagle makes up for it that I really dig into this as being a really good mask. 46, I have Wedgwood's TMNT mask. Really awesome. I love the shell design that's underneath. It's a great way to take that kind of empty space and make it into something really eye-appealing, I think. And so love that. Love the way Dallas is written on the bottom and the little Dallas star inside of that. Not sure what it is, if it's supposed to be a stone puck or if it's just supposed to be kind of a circular stone thing. But yeah, I love this. This is a good way to utilize, you know, if he's a big fan of TMNT, something from his childhood or something that he really loves, some TV show or movie thing that he wants to put on there. I think this is a great way to utilize it. And yeah, love this mask. 45, I got Johansson, and the thing about this mask is at first glance it might seem kind of a little bit more boring than some of the other ones. I know I had a lot of Colorado ones, maybe in a lot of eyes way higher than they should be. I still like those ones, but this one in general is very different in that it's a bunch of sideways mountains just pointing forward like spikes, and I just think that's really awesome. I really appreciate the different kind of way this is done from the other Colorado masks, and so yeah, big fan of this Johansson mask for sure. 44, I've got the first of two very, very, very identical almost UC Saros masks. So I've called this one Skull 1. Love the skull on the top. I just think that's an awesome thing to put on this mask, on a Nashville Predators mask. The logo is being big on the sides. Don't make it look too, I don't know, too generic at all. Like, this does not look like a generic thing at all. I also love how far down the saber teeth from the skull go down, because you can see it coming out from where it looks like it's actually even coming out of Saros's mouth. And the paint dripping everywhere. This is an instance where it looks quite good, especially on the team that is Nashville. It looks way better, I think, than on the Chicago one we saw ages ago. And so I'm really, really big and just really liking this one. Really big on this one. And yeah, skyline in the background. The difference between this and the next one we're going to see is if you look under kind of the tusks and between the numbers, it's white, and then on the next one right here, it's yellow. That is, and there's a little bit of an update to some of the things. I think it's at night, and this one's during the, no, they're both at night. Yeah, so there's really not much of a difference. This one I just like just a teensy bit more, but obviously there is such a minimal amount that you can make different or take in as different with this mask with the other one, and so you can't really make a too big of a comparison or too big of a gap because it's almost identical. Number 42, I have Laurent Brossois' Epic Vegas Castle, and I just think it's cool that there's a castle on the side of the mask. But one thing that really bumps this up as well is the fact that they utilize the top of the mask down to the chin as a sword. I think that's an awesome thing to have on a Vegas Golden Knights mask. I think it's super cool. And if you think, oh, that sword seems too thick, it's actually not. There's an outline of black kind of around the sword. I guess it goes through the handle as well. But the sword itself is not the big black part. The sword itself is actually thinner, and it comes down. And you can see, if you can zoom in a little bit on his chin, that it is a thin, sharp sword. It's not just this thick, you know, wooden plaything. It's actually a sharp sword, so I like that as well. Cactuses are fine as well. The Vegas flag is cool, and this is just a very, very awesome thing to do for a Vegas mask. Not generic at all in the slightest, and so I just think this is really awesome. 41, we have Colin Delia's very blank space middle of the forehead mask, but the thing I really love about this is the side with Johnny Canuck as Colin Delia. In a sense, Colin Delia's face is in there if you get it from that angle, which I just think is really cool. Of course, I've mentioned in past videos that I really like when there's some surrounding thing that encaptures the face, like for instance the face being in the wolf of Curtis Joseph, or sorry, not the wolf of Curtis Joseph, it's Cujo. So I'm not totally sure if Cujo is a wolf, but I thought he was just a dog. I'm not sure what kind of dog. I've never read or watched the movie, but anyway, it's Cujo the dog. Anyway, a wolf is a dog, but I don't know if it's a wolf. Cujo the dog. And so the other one would be Andy Moog with a bare face. We'll see that in a bit too. That's a spoiler for ahead, which I've talked about before, I think. So maybe not totally a spoiler, but we'll see Andy Moog's mask kind of in the future. I also really like all that's going on in the other side, or on the other side, with the Canucks logo and the mountains and just all that color just flowing together is really awesome. So the thing that bumps this down really is just all that kind of empty white space that's in the middle of the forehead up to the top. Not big on that, but the other things, the other elements, I just like so much that it bumps it up quite a bit. Again, I love that Johnny Canuck stuff. I love faces in the middle of things like that and using it to go around the face. Love that so much. Number 40, we have Sam Montembeau's Jacques Plante tribute mask, and I just really love the stitching on this. Another Silabrush edition of a mask, I don't know, edition. Another mask by Silabrush, I should say, who is very good with this stuff. Painting the individual stitching and making some threads like kind of falling out and ripped a little bit. I really love this one. I think there's a lot of effort that went into it, and I think it turned out looking really good on Sam Montembeault here. 39, I have John Gibson's Cyberduck, and I really like this one as well. It's another one that utilizes something around the face, and this time it's like, hey, who are you, John Gibson? He is Wild Wing, kind of, I guess, you know. But yeah, and then there's a couple little wings kind of breaking out of the side. The logos are not too prominent, but they're kind of there, which is not too bad. And if you look at the bottom left, sorry, no, the bottom right, the bottom left is pretty awesome too. And the bottom right, actually both of those, yeah. The mask really, really shines in those areas. I just really love how it looks. The eyes are so much better done than the one we saw earlier. Oh my goodness, the one we saw earlier. Once you see this, it's like you can never go back. It's just so bad, the one we saw earlier. But this one, I love it so much. It's just so great. 38, we got Phoenix Copley's Lion King's mask, and I just love how the lion is there at the top. Another one where there's a very focus thing on an animal, and I don't know, it's just really good. And also the candy canes. I love the candy canes. Every single time I see that, I just love it. So that's a big one for me as well. 37, we got Peter Mrazek's Native American Heritage Game mask, and this is just so well done. It's got the matte texture that really, really, again, looks fabulous. Love it. And yeah, all the flowers and stuff on there, really well done with the artwork there. The logo looks really good in just white, taking it down to the bare bones. I love that. It does it twice actually, on the chin is there as well. And yeah, just a really awesome mask. And even you can't see it as well in these pictures. I should have gotten better ones, but it was kind of hard to find pictures of this because it was only for one game. But you can kind of tell the Chicago Blackhawks logo is on the very back end there. And so, yeah, I don't know. I just think this is really well done. I just love the whole style of it. And just the black and white works so well with this one. It's not just, let's take some Sharpie and you know, draw on this white thing. It's a lot better than that. Even though that other one was done well, this is just 10 times ahead of it. 36, I have another Andrei Vasilevsky Lightning Lion mask. This one for his reverse retro, and love the numbers on the front. I love that reverse retro. I don't really care what anybody says about that reverse retro. To me, that is like my favorite reverse retro of this second batch. And I'll say that as long as as long as I think that's the case. I'm not hiding that though. But I love the yellow in this. I love the yellow contrasting with the blue in the mask with the lightning lion. And yeah, just the yellow lightning coming out of his eyes just, I think, helps it so much. It gives it so much more pop. And so this is, I believe, my second favorite of the lightning lions, and we're gonna get to another one and I just love it. 35, we have another one. I just love these. I just love how we're getting into these. I'm just getting more and more excited because we're just getting better and better as we go. 35, I have Fleury's Wild Bear, another one that goes around the face. Love that kind of style of things. Love the little flowers as well as a nice touch for Fleury along the mask there. I think that's an awesome thing. And yeah, just really good. An ugly looking creature there. But I just, again, love that it's going around the face. I just love that style of doing things. And yeah, just good stuff there. 34, we have Craig Anderson. And this one is just really clean. I mentioned earlier on that one thing that I don't mind as logos just plopped on the top there is when it's those Sabres logos, or the Buffalo logo from the Sabres, Buffalo logo from the Sabres, and there's actually even a better version of this that was made later on that he switched to, but this is still pretty great, and I really love the cleanliness of it. You can see that mask is taking a beating as well. He's worn it for a while. Down at the bottom of the 41, you see some paint chip, and you see it on another picture as well, a couple other ones. Yeah, it's just chipped up, and It's cool. He's worn it for a long time. He's deserved a new mask, and the new mask that's coming to him is also very good. But at 33, we have Kemper's Kolzig Tribute. I absolutely love this mask. I don't think it quite captures the same vibe as, well, it captures the same vibe, but the creature itself seems a little different. I'm not sure if there's another kind of Godzilla creature that it's supposed to be other than Godzilla, because I know Kolzig's is Godzilla, so I wonder if Kemper put something else on there instead, because it looks like there's stuff, I don't know, almost like a frilled lizard type thing going on behind it, or maybe that's something else and I'm just reading into it wrong. But either way, this is great. I absolutely love this. So good. 32, I've got Tarasov, and here's that Terminator one. I think it's done so much better in this version than it was in the past, obviously, since it's here at 32 and the other one was back there. But yeah, no Columbus Blue Jackets primary logo in sight. There's just a few little things with Stinger there on the sides and a little one on the chin, but the rest is just Terminator and Cannon, and I just love it. I think this is awesome. This is so awesome. 31, I got Allmark's Andy Moog All-Star Edition. So this is the All-Star Edition of that. Take note of that because we have not seen the regular edition. But yeah, Andy Moog's mask is great. It doesn't look as good in this fashion as it does in the other fashion, but I just love that he took this and made it into a Florida All-Star Game mask. Still looks really good, and so that's here at 31. Number 30, we have Aiden Hill's Alien Mask, and I just really love this. It's just pretty cool. You got the UFOs, you got the alien man himself, just the way this looks from even the front as well, just is really cool with Hill, and there's kind of like, it looks like a maze, but I'm assuming it's like some kind of crop circle thing having to do with aliens. I think that's really awesome, and so I just love the design that went into this. Another Free Designs great mask. 29, we have Thomas Grice's Fred Brathwaite throwback mask. Thomas Grice has awesome masks. He really does. And in the spirit of throwing it back to someone named Freddy, he's actually also put Freddy on the bottom corner there, Freddy Krueger. And then he's also got his, abominable snowman Yeti sort of thing. We'll see him a little later as well. But on this mask, he's taken a little bit less prominent of a role. But still, I love this. Just such a different, cool design from Brathwaite originally. And just to take that and make it into this new thing, it looks very sharp again, and it's just awesome. 28, I have Laurent Brossois' Night Face, and I really love this because he takes the Golden Knights logo and does the thing that I really like, where they put it around the face and make him into the Golden Knight. I love it, and especially on the picture on the right-hand side, love the way it looks down there. The left-hand side, not as much. So that's kind of interesting. It would have maybe been a little nicer if they had gone full out and put that same thing as you have on our right-hand picture as we do on the left-hand picture. But either way, it's good. It works, and I just really love it. 27, I have Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's Rage Buffalo, and you're going to see a few of these because he's used this a lot. But another one of those things where it kind of goes around the face. Not big on all the, Buffalo logos that are all around there and all the, cross sabers that are kind of they're not really everywhere on this one, but they're kind of in the eye area and stuff like that. There's like an NHL logo. I'm not always so big on those kind of things. I think they just add a little bit too much noise, as I mentioned in the past. But great mask, and we're gonna see more of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for sure. 26, we have Shesterkin's Pop Art Liberty Mask. This is the best of both worlds for Shesterkin. It's got the corners of the buildings with the eagle faces on them. Love that. It's got Liberty front and center right on the forehead. The best place to put her. Great stuff. And would it be better if it wasn't such a, sketchy color in the marker kind of thing? Maybe, but I think it looks really nice, especially on the ice when you see it in those pictures where he's wearing it there. I think it looks pretty cool, and so I really love this mask. But yeah, again, very much high up because of Liberty front and center. love how that is. I think that's the best way to put it personally. 25, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen again. And yeah, you're gonna again see a bunch of these ones. 24, Jaro Halak, and I love this. And again, maybe I'm just getting way too high on these ones that put their faces into something where Halak becomes Liberty. I am Lady Liberty. Wow, I don't know if he wants to be that, but I am Liberty. There we go. And yeah, it's just wonderful. I just love it so much. It's different. And I don't know if anyone before on the Rangers has done that where they put their actual face in as Liberty, but I just think it's really cool. Love that kind of stuff. 23, I have Matt Murray's Skyline mask. And I just think this looks really clean. I know it's a more simple one, but the actual kind of paint job done to make those tiny lines, it reminds me of if you go to this might sound, I don't know if this doesn't sound bad, but if you go to like the house of like an elderly person and they have plates hanging up on their walls, they hang up plates on their walls, and some of them have kind of like that kind of thin blue coloring to it and some design or something like that on it. It reminds me of that, and it takes me back, and I just really love it. And so yeah, it's just awesome. It's just I really like it personally. Next, we have Felix Sandstrom's Silver Capricorn. Just good stuff here. All good. I love how he does something different. And this is kind of Felix Sandstrom's own thing as well. We've been talking about that a little bit in past videos about, you know, Cujo did his own thing. I think I've brought Cujo up because he just comes to mind so much lately. But I think I brought him up so many times. But Cujo does his thing with Cujo. Ed Belfour does his thing with the Eagles. You know, there's different things like this. And then this is Felix Sandstrom's thing. He's got the Capricorn, the Silver Capricorn. And I just think that's really cool. Silver Capricorn, it's a little different. He has the Capricorn, but he does it in a different way in both times that I've seen. So this one, you see the Capricorn, he's kind of like, you know, out there front and center, right in the middle of the forehead. That's pretty cool. The next one we'll see is a little different, but I just love what he's done with his masks. 21, I have what I find to be the better Nedeljkovic mask, the better Nedeljkovic wow, what am I doing? The better Alex Nedeljkovic toque mask. And I really love this one. I don't know if it would affect it or not, but I love the back of it with the one ring on the back. I think that's awesome. Good stuff. But that is not counted into the ranking. The ranking is about what's around it. And you have Hockey Town Legends. So going from our left-hand side to the right, I always have to check, like, is this left? Is this left? Left-hand side to the right, we have Terry Sawchuk, Hockey Town legend. We have Dominic Hasek, another Hockey Town legend. You know what? Okay, I'm about to say something that might be a little bit controversial in the terms of where people rank goalies. At this moment, I think those are the two best goalies of all time. I know there's Brodeur lovers out there. I know Patrick Waugh is like right close up. To me, Terry Sawchuk and Dominic Hasek, those two are the ones that I would say at this point, without really doing my research and just kind of going off of what I've found in the past. Those two would definitely, now everyone's like, oh, but you didn't do your research. Did you know Martin Brodeur leads the league in career wins? Yeah, I know. I know a lot of these things that Brodeur has done because he's been around for a lot. He was around for a long time. Anyway, those two are on that side. And then the other side, we have Jimmy Howard and then Chris Osgood. Osgood, a very underrated goalie, and was still such a good goalie for the Wings. Yeah. Number 20, I have Anton Forsberg. I just love this. I love the mapleness of it. You know, it's so Canadian, so awesome. I just know the colors, the yellow and the reds, the autumn colors that go around the logo, the dog on the side with the bone, and then the other dog playing hockey. Maybe it's the same dog. The numbers are even well done. At the bottom, they're just not... they're not like as common of numbers to see on masks, I guess, in my thoughts right now at least, but I just love it. I'm just trying to explain things. You got the Parliament on there, it's very Ottawa, the bridge, it's just so nice, but I mostly just love how it all combines together. Even though there's a big Ottawa Senators logo right on the top, right on the front of the forehead, I think that's fine. I think it works here very well. And I just absolutely love the autumn color fade that we get by the logo and by the Parliament building together with those maple leafs in there. I just think that's phenomenal. And I love everything else that's going on as well. Even, it's taking my eyes away from it. But even the two S logos on the bottom of the chin as well, or on the side of the chin, I should say. The bottom of the chin has the number, but the side of the chin, those just like flow in so seamlessly that I haven't even noticed them because I've been looking at everything else going on here. There's just so much going on and I love it. I love it. Number 19, Connor Hellebuck's Winnipeg Aboriginal Sport Achievement Center Night mask. And this is like one of the best things I've seen. It's so colorful, so awesome, and I love that he actually wore it during the game, because sometimes when you see this stuff, they just wear it during warm-ups. This one he wore during the game, and oh, why wouldn't he? It's so nice. Of course, he's got the fish on there still. You can see them kind of faded out. Awesome stuff, though. Connor Hellebuck, that mask is unbelievable, and I love what Eye Candy Air Steve Nash, love what he did here with that mask. Unreal. 18, we've got Vassie's All-Star mask. I love it. The Lightning Lion with the shades. Going to the All-Star game with the All-Star game colors, the Miami Vice kind of colors. I just love this so much. It's got such a nice shine to it as well. It's just so good. And it's got pink hair. Wow, that's... Wow. But I love it. I still love it. Oh, this is a good one. This is a very good one. 17. Oh, and this is an interesting one. This is a very personal one. I love it. So I ranked Spencer Martin's version of this, his regular version for the home and aways. I ranked it so low. I thought it looked very generic. This one, I know you could kind of say, oh, maybe there's some genericness to, you know, having the skate logo on the sides. No, like, this is so good. This is that other version taken, made amazing, and oh, I just love the design so much. The same skyline is there, looks fine here. I love the thin threads that make up the V's, and I mean, I'm pretty biased when it comes to the skate and the colors here, and maybe this is me showing my bias a little bit. Not that I haven't been before. But I just absolutely love this. It's so good. 16, another Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen Rage. Yeah, another Rage mask. I just love saying that name, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. It's just awesome every time. And I don't even think this is the last one. I think there's another one. But yeah, I just keep seeing these, and they're getting better. And the next one, I think, has galaxy eyes, and I think that's why I love it so much. So I think there's one more that we have to go through. Yeah, he's got different versions of the same mask. He's worn like 4 different ones in the same season. It didn't really help me when I was trying to make this list, because it helped it take so long to make, but love it still. 15, I've got Hulak's Ice Bricks, and this one is, I don't know, again, maybe something that people would rank a lot lower in general, but I just really love the style of it. It's very 90s. It's very 90s to me, like kind of a throwback, got the nostalgia there. You got the bricks breaking off. I actually really love the giant New York Rangers logo right front and center on the head. I think that looks good in that way, but I really just love the fading colors and just the different things that are like snowing around. Again, that sprinkling of paint sometimes looks like stars. Here it looks like snow. I love it though. I just think this looks really good all together, and I know a lot of people might be like, this is pretty high. I really love it though. This was very high for a long time, but there are better, which would include Number 14, Jacob Markstrom's skinless mask. It is nuts. I love this. We're getting into the Jabo airbrush stuff. Jabo airbrush makes the best designs. I love the stuff that comes from there. It is awesome, and this is definitely something that you see and you're like, wow, like this is great. I love it so much. Yeah. And this isn't even the only one. There's a few of these things, and they're all in the top 14. There's a few different variations of this, and yeah, it's good stuff. 13, this is the other Craig Anderson one I was talking about. It's so clean. It's got the ice, breaking through. The saber looks a lot better as well. It's just a very nice updated mask for the one that got so beaten up before. Just really love this so much. Looks so clean. So clean. I love this so much. 12, I got Aiden Hill's Dragon Slayer one. And one thing I noticed that I didn't notice when I was doing the ranking, but I noticed when I was doing my, long recording that took 3 hours when I originally tried to do this, where the audio failed me. Really, I failed myself because I decided to charge my microphone as I was using it. And so I can recommend not doing that because that was not something that turned out great when I lost 3 hours of work back on last Wednesday. Which, this is being recorded on Tuesday, actually, of this week, and being released, I believe, on Saturday, and so, yeah, way back on Wednesday I did that. Anyway, one thing I noticed is that this is actually Game of Thrones, and I didn't notice that until I saw the very back of the mask where that Iron Throne thing is. I haven't watched Game of Thrones, but I just think the dragons look really cool, and so I love that. I love how there's this guy. I don't know who it is. Is it supposed to be the Stark guy? I'm not sure. But if he is the guy on the picture there holding the sword, facing the dragon, yeah, I don't know who it is. But again, it just looks awesome. It looks awesome just facing down the dragon. Looks super cool. Again, there's so many people that could tell me so much more about what's actually going on there. And maybe you can do that in the comments if you want to. But I just think it's awesome to have dragons on a mask, bricks falling, the Vegas logo plopped right on top, which I think looks good. I just love it. The only thing, even the Vegas text on the side is good. It's made into blocks in a way. Even that is good. Wow. I just really love this. Yeah, it's awesome. Definitely deserving of its spot. Number 11, we have the Linus Ullmark Andy Moog mask. I love this thing so much, and I think a lot of people might have it ranked higher, actually, even. This might be a low for some people, just because of the nostalgia it brings. One of the original masks that did that thing where the mouth was opening up across the face. Love that style of mask. I love the original better. The bee and spokes that's kind of on the sides, I don't think that's on the original, and it's fine, but again, it's I still like the original better, but this is still great. It's still awesome. Love that Ullmark threw back to this during the Winter Classic. Great stuff. Love to see it on the ice, and yeah, we're getting into the top 10 now. The top 10 masks. Wow. Here we go. 10. Pavel Francouz. I need some water. Oh my goodness. My voice is going. But I love this mask. And I'm just gonna pause the video for a second. Wow, this mask is so good it took my voice away. I just love the mountain background. I just think that's so nice. So well painted, so well designed. I love how the Colorado logo on the top has icicles coming off of it. There's icebergs breaking, but really, for me, the biggest thing is, again, the mountain backdrop, the lake, frozen lake, the trees. I just love the nature background of this mask so much. And so this is really, really good stuff. I could do without, the things that kind of shine on the side, those little logos and stuff like that. I think it would be better without that. But, and even the faded Avalanche logos that are kind of on the side, I could do without that as well. Maybe bring out the background even better. But honestly, still, what a mask. What a masterpiece. 9, we have Felix Stanstrom. Blah, blah, blah. I made a joke and then I stumble my words right next. Felix Sandstrom's Neon Capricorn. There's something about this that I just absolutely love. The 2 Capricorns coming off the side there. The way the Philly kind of Flyers wing kind of sticks up and the color of it on the side. I really love that. I think this is super awesome. And this is another one that might have people like, oh, I wouldn't have this high over Andy Moog. What? But anyway, I think it's better in my personal opinion. I absolutely love this thing. And so, yeah, it's here at number 9. Number 8, look at that. Look at this. This is how to do a Seattle Kraken mask. This is so well colored. The color on this is amazing. Even though I'm not huge sometimes on, big logos slapped on the side, they actually make it look really good here. And I love the outline in red as well that they put on there. And just, of course, you got to put a Kraken on there. That is so awesome. I love the Kraken just lurking in the depth of the mask. I just love it. I love it so much. It's just so good. Let's just move on. But oh man, it's good stuff. 7. This is awesome. This is so good. He's on the Flyers now. I think he got traded today. As of when I'm recording this, he got traded today. But when he was on the Kings, wow, did Cal Petersen ever have an amazing, amazing mask. I absolutely love what he did here. And again, like I've been saying before, Cujo has the Cujo dog, right? And Eddie the Eagle has Eddie the Eagle, or the Eagles, right? This is, well, it was, I don't know what he's going to do with Philadelphia, but this was Cal Petersen's thing, to put the card king right on the top of his mask. I think that is one of the best choices in design, the best things that a goalie has made his own, although it's not looking like it's a very transferable thing. And so it's kind of sad that he's on the Flyers. I wonder what he's going to do. Hopefully something really awesome as well. But you know how much I love this design? I love it so much that it's number 6 as well, in purple. It's awesome. It's good stuff, and I just love it. Looks really good in purple. This is not even the last time we see it, but it's not number 5. Number 5 is Jacob's Cowboy Rider mask, and another one. It's the other version of that other one that we saw. This one is for his home jerseys, and what can I say? This is awesome. This is so awesome. Another great by Jabo Airbrush, but you just hold on to yourself for a second. Number 4, we have, the best one of them. The one that I thought was a Halloween mask, and it might have been. I'm not sure if he actually wore it on Halloween or not. But he's wearing it as his alternate with Blasty on it. He has it as his Blasty one. And actually, you can't tell by these particular angles as much, except for maybe the bottom picture where Markstrom's actually there. You do have Blasty on the top there. He is there. But, oh man, it's just such a good mask. It's just such a good mask. Number 3, we have the Last Kings mask from Cal Petersen, and this one I just think is done the best. It's got the nicest shine to it. The numbers are great, and I think this version of it still looks better than the purple version. Obviously, that's why it's here. But yeah, I just absolutely love this. And again, Cal Petersen going to the Flyers, he's not going to be able to wear this amazing thing again. He'll come up with something great. I hope. I really hope. Number 2, we're getting into the top 2. This is getting closer and closer to what I think is the best of the best. Number 2, Thomas Grice's Yeti mask. Love this thing so much. It's just so well designed, from the Yeti, the big opposing fearsome thing on the side, to the other side with saxophones and the St. Louis Blues mark, to the fire that goes and flames above his head, above the eyes there. Love, love, love it. To the text. I love the way the text reads. This actually reminds me of something you'd see on the side of one of those carnival rides where you kind of go through a haunted house sort of thing for like a few, moments. But I just think that is unreal and just so well designed, so well done. And yeah, but there is one that I would consider an absolute masterpiece, an absolute amazing work of art, and who other than J-Bo designed it, the one who designed Markstrom's masks. Yeah, this is so good, and I'm wondering, just think if you can think of it, if you know which one this is, if there's one in your mind that you're like, I haven't seen that yet, and maybe you're thinking of one and it actually didn't get worn this year and it was actually worn last year or something like that. But maybe you're thinking, there was a specific event that I watched and I have not seen that mask from the specific event that I watched. Because this is from a specific event that happened. A 1-game worn mask, although he might have worn it again in the regular season after. But we're talking about Freddie Andersen's Stadium Series mask. Look at all the detail in this. This is unbelievable. This is like one of those, Renaissance type things. Just the amount of artwork going into this. It's a battle between angels and demons, I'm pretty sure. And even from the side, you can even like zoomed out a little bit, like that top corner picture where Freddie's actually in it. It almost like looks like Godzilla's eye or something, but it's the eye of the hurricane. But even from afar, it looks kind of cool. But when you actually come close and you see the detail and intricacies going on here, it's just unbelievable, all that went into it. And here's the other side too, a little bit of a closer look. You got the angel going in for the stab. It's just so cool, and it's just like a work of art that goes beyond hockey, and it goes into like, I don't know, like it just reminds me so much of that old school style, like the Michelangelo paintings and all those kind of things. And I just think that's such a well done piece of art. It's one of the greatest goalie masks of all time, and we will see when I do my top 10 of all time where this ends up ranking. But until then, just admire this masterpiece. I love this so much, and tell me if you agree. I'm not sure if you've heard about this mask or if you've seen it before or if you've seen it up close before, but tell me what you think of it now that you've seen it up close, and tell me, out of all of the 226 masks that we've gone through this entire series, which one from this year is your absolute favorite? And I hope I did not miss any of them. I do not think I missed any mask at all, but there is the possibility because I didn't look at every single picture from every single game. I looked at quite a few, but there may have been something I missed in there. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, have a great rest of your day.